Hi, KOG here. I'll be doing a in-depth analysis of the song Han. It was highly requested after doing Hua. Now, for a starter, that was a pretty tough one. There was a lot to talk about. There were a lot of nuances. It was basically a well-written poetry, and it just it takes time. Now today, I'm trying a new format here. I'm gonna just I've translated the whole thing already. Now it's not in a perfect form, but I think it's decent. And there's no such thing as a perfect translation. So I did what I could, and we're gonna go in and try to see what's up. I still want to go back to the format of just doing it like a reaction. So I just go in totally blind, because usually the songs are not that complicated, and often a lot of the most of the translations it's not that bad. It's just that sometimes it's just bad, and sometimes the nuances or things that are just it's just lost. And there's no way around that. I don't think it's translator's fault. But anyway, here we go. Let's try this way. Ooh, I think I should put this down a little bit. There we go. Oh, by the way, the name Han. Okay, the last time in the I explained Han as a Korean word that means like deep sadness, deep-seated like anger and hate, and all the bad feeling from being mistreated or something. It's kind of like soul or blues. It has a very close feeling to that. Anyway, however, Han here is specified by a Chinese character, Han, you see it right here. That means cold. So Han here is also means cold in Korean. So here, the name of the song and the it means not the Han that I talked about, but this Han is being cold. Oh man, I love her. She's very emotive here, her voice. Anyway, 끝이 없구나. 차디찬 계절 참 길구나. That was the first phrase. It's endless. This bitter cold season is unbearably long. Now, in Korean, the sentence grammatical structure is it's kind of reversed or switched up from English. So in English, you would say I go home. In Korean, you say I home go. So that's a big difference. And not only the grammatically, but when the phrasing gets longer, it's same way. It's it's all switched up. So when you translate, you often have to switch up the the total sentence structure, or the different phrases. But the exact good example is here. This bitter cold season is unbearably long. It's endless. It flows really well, right? But the more literal, how it's done in the song, it's endless. This bitter cold season is unbearably long. The second one was 꽃 하나 없구나. 그날의 나 여전하구나. Not even a single bloom. I'm still the same from that day. Now, the literal translation is 꽃 means flower, so not even a single flower, but I think bloom sounds better. But here, 그날의 나 여전하구나. I'm still the same from that day. Now, 잊겠다 했던 그 다짐은 바람 한 번의 휘청이고, my pledge to forget is swayed by a single breeze. obviously, I mean, the 휘청이고 is it's a little bit like swaying. It's like when you get punched by somebody and just before you fall, you know how you're stumbling. So you know the my pledge to forget is, you can also say stumble, but it just doesn't go well with the breeze. You know, single breeze and stumbling doesn't go well. So it's more like a swayed by a single breeze. Obviously, she just can't forget him. The second phrase is 지우겠다던 그 약속도 전부 거짓이었던 것처럼. As the promise to forget you was all a lie. Now, more literal translation would be erase you was all a lie. It would also work well here. Now, 단 하루 떠올리지 않는 날 따위 없음을. There wasn't a single day that I did not remember. Now, 떠올리다 is a very interesting word. Actually, when you say 떠올리다 just by itself, it means something becoming afloat or something flying away. So you're floating in the air, or you're floating up from the water. That's the word you use. But I think Koreans, when they talk about memories coming back, or when ideas ideas come up, that's how they explain it. My memories have 기억이 떠오르다. My memory has came up, or a new idea has came up. So just by saying 단 하루 떠올리지 않는 날, it's implied that it's a memory. It's a thought. And also, there's a slight thing missing here in the translation. There wasn't a single day that I did not remember. Now, 떠올리지 않는 날 따위 없음을. Now, this 따위, it means like worthless, it's something very little, useless. So, if you want to be literal, you can say there wasn't a, single useless day, or, it is implied that it's, 나 따위, someone like me. Yeah, you're saying someone like me, but when you say 나 따위, that means you are littling yourself. So there is that hidden meaning here. Now, I think I just missed this one. 어제는 그리워 오늘은 원망하였음을. I was yearning yesterday, and I am resenting today. Now, this doesn't, it's implied that it's the person that she's leaving. I was yearning for you yesterday, and I'm resenting you today. So, man, she must have, I don't know who did this to her, or but this is like a very chilling and visual explanation of how she's feeling. Now, 차갑던 그날의 날 믿은 듯. It means you must have believed my cold self of that day. Like it says, I think she initiated the breakup. Well, initiation is a difficult thing to say, but she's the one who made the decision, who told him. Because I think in order to break up with the person, she acted like she was really cold, and she said, I'm going to forget all about you, and I'm going to erase you out of my mind. But she was lying. I don't know, we have no idea what led to that, but that's the one. And the next was 뒤도 돌아보지 않는구나. You didn't even look back. You never even look back. Would be perfect fit here. Actually, the 뒤도 돌아보지 않는구나, that you did not even looking back. This is very often used in Korean language. every time you're just sick and tired of it, when you're done with it, or you're just literally done with, you don't ever want to do anything with that thing again, you say, ah, 뒤도 돌아보지 않는다. It means, you know, there isn't a single ounce of regret of just walking away or just quitting or whatever. Yeah, it works in almost every every instances. Okay. The swooping part. 다시 너의 봄을 기다리는 건 내 욕심인 걸까? Now, the language, the sentence structure here is it's a question, but you know, I already told you guys that it ends with na and ka, and it's just this all. It's very personal. It sounds like something like when you're talking to yourself. So even if it's a question, there's no question mark, but basically it is a question. You know, it's a sentence structure is a question form. Would it be greedy to wait for your spring day again? Spring again. Now, I think she's bringing in the concept of a cycle. So this part was interesting. Yeah, the 나무 사이 걸린 저 달은 몇 번을 다시금 차올라. This is that moon hanging on the tree has become full many a times. Now, obviously, you know, moon cannot be hanging on the tree. This is a literal translation, but I think it sounds beautiful. Koreans say that when the moon is behind the tree, and when you can see the tree, we call it like we say it like, you know, tree is hanging on the tree. I mean, the moon is hanging on the tree. You can also say that, you know, to like a hillside or something. You know, if the hill is between the moon and you, and oh, you know, the moon is hanging. 산자락에 걸렸다. It's you know the so that's a poetic way of describing that scene. Now, that moon hanging on the tree has become full many a times. Now the moon takes, you know, moon becomes a full moon and then becomes like very small and then comes back to being full moon again. It takes a month, right? That's what lunar calendar is based on. So what she's talking about here is that the basically months, at least, you know, many a month, several, we don't know exactly how much, but many months has passed already. Just, you know, being sad and lamenting and, you know, sitting in the cold night looking at the tree and the moon for months. So basically she misses him. She has missed him already for quite a while. And I think what's interesting is like the seasons, the concept of the cycle, you know, like seasons, the moon, you know, becoming full again and disappearing and becoming full again. And it's very poetic. It's going back to hoping for that spring again. Now, 이별을 녹이는 달빛에 눈물만 차오르는 나는. My tears swell from the moonlight that melts away the heartbreak. She's saying that the little more literal translation would be the moonlight that you know, moonlight that melts away the separation or breakup. My tears swell. Now, again, here it didn't sound really good at all, so I flipped it. The tear swelling part is in the back, but I flipped it because this flows so much better. My tears fall from the moonlight that melts away the heartbreak. But the 이별 here, it's a breakup, but it's not a happy breakup. It's a heartbreak, obviously. So I think it fits better here. 단 하루 떠올리지 않는 날 따위 없음을. There wasn't a day that I did not remember. I think it's a single day that I did not remember. Again, Ddawi. I think I explained it already. It's like useless day, or it's a repetition. Ooh, now here, I yearned today, and I'm resenting tomorrow. Now, I think this is the highlight for me. This is the most interesting part of this song. If you remember, that very similar line came up before, but in that line it says, I yearned yesterday, and today I'm resenting today. But here it's today and tomorrow. So one before was I yearned for you yesterday, and today I'm resenting you, basically. That's what it felt like. But here it says I yearn for you today, and exactly the same word, just the date has changed, and I'm resenting tomorrow. But I feel like here it doesn't really mean you. In all the other sentences, the you, that person that she broke up with, is implied. I yearned for you yesterday, and I yearn for you today. But here, resenting you tomorrow, it's like a promise. But I think what it really means, maybe it's my take, is that I'm resenting not the person, but I'm just resenting tomorrow. The cycle just ever going. Yesterday I was sad, and because of that I hate you. I hated everything, and then it's just ever going. But I think tomorrow here, rather than I'm resenting you tomorrow, but it's more like I'm resenting tomorrow to come, because of all this yearning and hating and sadness. So I think this is very, very, very not only smart but very poetic. I think that this was the phrase that got me hooked on Soyeon's writing. Okay, next. Now, this is a repetition. 차갑던 그날의 날 믿은 듯, as if you believed my cold self of that day. 뒤도돌아, you didn't even look back. La 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 la. Again, it's a repetition. 다시 너의 봄을 기다리는 건 내 욕심인 걸까? Would it be greedy to wait for your spring again? Now, this is a haunting song. I mean, as I've explained, I think this whole trilogy is a breakup. I don't know who did what to Soyeon, but it's some sad song, man. And what I love about it is her ability to. I mean, you can visualize and you can almost feel how she feels. It's difficult to visualize a feeling, but it's like that cold, empty, loneliness, dark, just ever endless, just, despair. And in such a short song, it says so much. I think it's wonderful. I think it's beautifully written. It's worth doing reaction and analysis. I made a point not to look at other people's translations, because you could mock up my take or my understanding or how I took this song. And I have no idea if, I'm sure there are plenty of translations out there that are very good or maybe exactly same as mine. But I hope it was helpful to you guys because at least I can explain the nuances or the little details of doing something like this. Anyway, thank you very much. It was wonderful. I'll see you guys next time. Oh, by the way, please subscribe and like, and also tell me where I should go next. I think I would do HANN too, because I done 2 of the trilogy. I gotta finish, right? But perhaps where to go afterwards. I think easier songs, I think I'll go back to just reviewing, just going in blind. I don't know. I think there's something about the reaction videos. It just, I can't set anything up. I have to be just as I am, even if I'm wrong. So there's something about that. Anyway, thank you very much. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.